So back to this. Um, it's 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 interesting, and I wanted to. Here's the deep dive into my writing style. Um, I said, please, please give me the, you know, please give me the write-up of my writing style. I do this every once in a while because, as you know, I have a product called First Draft Ninja, which allows you to create content in your own voice with your own writing style. And so, every time I run up on an LLM that I'm testing, I say, hey, what's my writing style? And it'll give me something. So I'm constantly testing this. This is a normal testing question for me. And storytelling is your superpower. Yes. Conversational and energetic tone. Yes. Humorous, playful language. Yes. Strong visuals and pop culture references. This is something that was kind of new. I didn't really, it's one of those things that but you sort of need somebody to point it out to you to go, oh yeah, an outside observer would observe that in that way. I do a lot of pop culture references. And here's why. Most emails you read are just boring. Put this word with this word with this word, because either somebody who made $1 million did it and you're following their template, or because that's what the masses say you should be using as keywords. So you're going to, put a bunch of those together. I don't do either of those things, because what happens when I read things that people have sent me or things online, when I read pieces of writing that are strictly geared for either optimization of some kind or findability of some kind, or optimized that this will get you a quick sale from this many people, whatever. When I read stuff like that, it's very mechanical. It doesn't resonate with me at all. I don't know if you're the same. You probably are if you're listening to me right now. But I don't, just kind of reads as Charlie Brown's teacher is what it sounds like in my head. Here at blah, blah, blah industries, we want to ensure you that we blah, 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 and this feature of this product is blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what your products are. If you don't care about who I am, if you don't care who you're helping, I don't care to hire you. Bloop. We're done. Anyway, I use strong visuals. I create a lot of my imagery through GPT. I used DALL-E through GPT, and I create a lot of my own imagery is in and around a place called the Come Right In, which is my virtual stop in anytime and have a coffee community. And I use the pop culture references, and I use them specifically for pop culture, as it was kind of 90s, maybe some 2000s in there, sort of that 20-year period. Why do I do that? Because I'm talking to people who remember those times. I'm talking that my crowd was born and was, watching TV and doing a bunch of things during that period of time. Of course, I'm going to call back to a period of time that we remember. Not that people younger than that haven't sought me out occasionally. Not that people older than that haven't sought me out occasionally. Just the lion's share of my audience remembers certain TV shows, certain music, certain stuff that I call back to regularly. It's absolutely a strategy. So that was really interesting, looking for that objective view of myself and finding this LLM kind of analyzing my writing style like that. Bold calls to action. Yeah. You know what? I'm an invitation machine. I'm an invitation machine. I solved the problem a while back of, sell, sell, sell. No, I will never be that person. I will never constantly hit you up and get your ear just so I can sell you some stuff. But I am going to invite you to everything I do relentlessly. I'm an invitation machine. If you don't take my invitation, I'm cool with it. People will only when they're ready tend to take the invitation. That reframe really solved a lot of problems for me. Key themes and values, a more heart-centered approach to marketing, a more connection-centric approach to marketing, I would say. And talk about the Epic Engagement Manifesto, and then it gives you an overall impression. That was really interesting and valuable to get because it kind of, it let me view myself from another angle. Here's the real benefit of something like this, and NotebookLM was free. I haven't paid anything. It's something that Google is putting out. Everybody wants to be ahead somewhere in the AI race. I used to think of the AI race as a few like real big, people kind of running in a race. And now I think, no, it's out of control now. I mean, everybody's doing something. So it's really, and honestly, I started really, I've been working with AI for about 4 years. Before GPT came out, I was working with Dialogflow, which seems like an abacus now. Let's just say that. Seems like real wonk compared to what we have now. But I started really watching the landscape and talking about it regularly when GPT came out, because it was like, oh yeah, this we can do something with. And I started incorporating it into my chatbots immediately and started working at making things, destroying other things, immediately. You know me, I'm a mad scientist. Anyway, started working with it and watching the landscape, and the landscape has changed tremendously in the past 2 years. We've got major players doing their thing, but some of the major players making huge promises they can't keep. Have you noticed this? Hey, Sora, how you doing? You still in development? Yeah, okay. Making, oh, this is the next huge wave. What they've not taken into account is that we have all of these other creators who are not trying to maintain a huge AI empire. We're not Microsoft. We're not OpenAI. We're not whatever Musk is calling his system nowadays, whatever, alphabet soup over there. We're not those huge people. We are people who are using these tools every day to go way beyond the boundaries of where we thought we could go. That's what we're doing. That's happening. It's happening right now today, all around you. A lot of AIpreneurs out there. I'm one of them. And, when little old me, right, I don't have the money in the research lab and the servers and the overhead, that some of those other folks have. I have very small overhead. I'm a person making bots and making AI stuff in my corner of the universe. But I can focus. I can focus on relentlessly on achieving a higher quality in less time, achieving more things possibly. I can do that, and the big guys can't. They just can't. My dog is barking. Hold, please. Hello, son. Yes, darling. Yes, my love. Yes, absolutely. Good work. Reason number 376 why I needed to be recording these a long time ago instead of trying to do them live. Anyway, So back to where we were. In some ways, some of these smaller companies can do way better things than the big companies because the big companies have too many irons in the fire. And they're so busy trying to step out and lead the other big guys that they often forget stuff they built a couple of years ago that could use some upgrade. Um, I of course am talking about GPT there. I haven't been able to let GPT go today just because it really was frustrating to read yet another article of somebody else, an inside employee who has since left the company, calling GPT's practices out. It's not this one guy I read about today, okay? It's just a litany of people, some of them very, very high profiles in the AI community. So anyway, disgust aside, there are companies, I mentioned Sora just a minute ago. I mentioned it because, GPT was like, oh, we're going to be out front with this. And we're going to change the world with our video making platform or whatever. But it's not released yet. That was how many months ago did those videos come out? And we were all like, oh my God, this is fabulous. And they were like, well, we're testing it within the video community. Well, happy testing, but several smaller companies now have the reins because GPT can't possibly just focus on one part of its business and turn something out in a period of time that's reasonable. They're all freaking out about, we're going to make artificial general intelligence first. Yeah, but when you also make dumb decisions about your business,